Never don't let we can falter in the battle. We're tried and true. Indiana, 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 we're all for you.
Welcome
Double
to the Indiana.
dose.
I did it again. At least I didn't play the other one. But I am your co-host, Mike Goodpaster, for the Indiana Basketball Show, along with 1981 national champion, member of the Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame, Steve Risley. Riz, they looked pretty good last night again.
Mikey, I think we got ourselves a basketball team. I liked what I saw last night. I like the consistency of what I'm seeing, and for the first time, I think they showed a lot more defensive structure last game, and they came out tonight and they really took it to defensively to Kansas State.
And they out-rebounded them.
They out-rebounded them. They shut down their big scorer. They took him out of play. They really hassled with their three-point shooting. They got in the lanes. Yeah, we can go to Little Tree as we go through the stat sheet, but the thing that's really good about this team is they're staying consistent at the things they do great, and they're really starting to show improvement on the areas that I said all along I was nitpicking on, but I had some concerns with. Those concerns are slowly evaporating to where right now I'd say Indiana is a basketball team that has shown me it can compete. I don't think we're going into this, man, I hope we make it through. I think, we still got to see how we match up against the Purdue's, the Kentuckys, the big dogs, and we'll get a taste of that here pretty shortly. But so far, we're manhandling everybody else we're playing. We jumped out to a 20-4 lead. We let them slide back in, I think, at 22-20. But yet we regained control of that basketball game. And, yeah, I liked what I saw. What did you think?
I thought this. P.J. Haggerty came in as the leading scorer in the nation. Connor Enright completely frustrated him.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, the thing about this is how tough Enright is. And he made most of his time guarding one of the nation's premier scorers. He gave up 3 inches, at least 15 pounds, never backed down from Haggerty. Haggerty had just 2 assists to 6 turnovers, and he was an inefficient 7 of 17 from the field. And Enright did an outstanding job. And Haggerty is a dude that scores on everybody he plays. Didn't do it on Enright. Enright held him to 16 points. And the thing that I really took away from this game is, Steve, when you look at the stat sheet, Indiana for three-pointer range again, 10 for 33. But the thing about it is this, their defensive pressure, especially on the perimeter, forced 19 turnovers. Now, IU did turn it over 17 times themselves.
Yeah, the game got a little sloppy.
Yeah, but
that's okay.
Indiana's defense, I think, is
pretty
dang good. I mean, they need to rebound better. And the other thing is this. I think Reed Bailey, he had a shaky first half, 1 for 4, and I'm seeing all these people on all these Indiana Facebook pages. Reed Bailey sucks. Reed Bailey sucks.
Who else was saying that yesterday pregame? Reed Bailey's not going to do good. No. I'm a Sisley guy.
Oh, wait, there was somebody that was on here making comments that said he wouldn't do much either, but he did not back down in the post. He was strong with the ball in the second half. He aggressively attacked the rim, and he was rewarded with 9 trips to the line. He scored 14 in his game high, 21 points in the second half, and perfect 3 for 3 from the field in the second half. And I mean, I thought that he was outstanding in this game, and it's something that they need him to consistently be that way. But once again, Steve, the thing I'm going to be going back to here is we all thought this was going to be a high-scoring chess match between 2 of the best offenses in college basketball.
Turned into a defensive battle.
Indiana's defense, though, was engaged defensively from the opening tip. They held Kansas State, who averages 92 points a game, to only 69. And they did an excellent job of limiting three-point attempts for the Wildcats. They forced them into long contested 2s. And Kansas State was a solid 8 for 20 from 3, but they came in making an average of 11 or 12 a game on just 26 attempts. So I think Indiana's on-the-ball pressure disrupted Kansas State's guards. And like I said, Haggerty committed 6 turnovers. His backcourt, Nate Johnson, committed 4. They got Kansas State's big man in foul trouble early on in the first half. He
2
had
fouls early. Yeah.
That was huge. But Steve, the defense is what I come back here. We haven't seen defense here in a long time. And I know the rebounding at times can be a little rough. But the way they play defense and the way they shoot the ball, the rebounding becomes less of an issue, because if you're taking the ball away, that's as good.
Never going to get a shot off to get more rebounds. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I want to say, in terms of Haggerty, yeah, I want to give Enright the bulk of the credit, but he had help. He had great defensive help in terms of cutting off lanes for him and pressuring him in the whole perimeter. The whole perimeter defense was outstanding here. And the whole team frustrated Enright. And I did a great job. And that's just a key asset to have. We owned the boards, 35-28, including offensive rebounds. I thought we went to the boards hard. We were doing so well. I'm not sure I really looked at blocking out much, because we were kind of owning and dominating the boards. We were in good position. So really good defensive effort, stepped it up. An improvement. Each game we've seen now an improvement in it. I think Coach DeVries has really got them where they need to be defensively, functioning as a unit, much like their offense is functioning. A couple of guys I want to point out, I know that Tucker didn't have the offensive scoring night that he wanted to have, but here's a kid who didn't make a lot of mistakes. He had one turnover. He only had one turnover in the game. Played 31 minutes. Played along with Wilkinson. Played the bulk of the minutes. Gave you 9 points. But he turned it over and he had 5 assists. Led the team in assists.
About 6 rebounds.
So if he's not scoring and other guys are scoring, I like the fact that Tucker showed leadership and came in and said, "Hey, I can make contributions another way." I thought defensively he was strong. I thought Sisley came in again and really, as a freshman, a true freshman, is really blossoming quickly. Kind of like I did as a freshman until Knight got in my head.
Hey, you played also in that Notre Dame game.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. And the Russians game. Don't forget the Russians game.
I haven't seen that one. I've seen the Notre Dame game.
I scored 24 in my very first game ever against the Russians.
Well, you scored like 18 or 20 against Notre Dame, did you?
Yeah, Lambert. Yeah, screw Lambert. He was a big chunk.
Well, he was pretty good in the NBA, though.
But
you mentioned Enright. A lot of that help defense came from Tatum Conaway. Conaway averaged 19 points, couple assists, 4 rebounds, 3 steals. I mean, this team suffocates you defensively on the perimeter.
Well, yeah, and they showed good depth. I mean, all the way down to Nick Dorn got double-digit minutes, and that's good when you can spread it down that deep. And we got Dorn a little more court time. I thought he looked good. Didn't hit a lot of shots, but I thought he was in good position. I still don't think I've seen this team take what I would consider a really bad shot.
I think in the first half, Steve, I think that they forced a few things, especially when they let that lead get away. A lot of that was, I thought they forced some 3-point shots that maybe they didn't need to. But I think what you saw was, and we talked about this before the game yesterday, Kansas State's 2-point defense was not very good. And in the first half, IU only shot 9 shots from inside a 3-point range. They were 5 for 9. In the second half, and I know Coach DeVries brought this up during the post-game press conference, he brought up to the guys how they needed to start pounding it inside there. IU was 12 for 15 inside the arc in the second half. So I think what we see there is the ability to make adjustments, which we haven't seen in a long time. And it's kind of like Robert Stewart says here. He says, I like how we respond when teams get a little run. And this team and the coaches respond. We have not seen that in years. And he also brings up the fact that, you didn't really need Tucker or Sam Alexis to really score to win the game, which will tell you this team may not be 10 or 11 guys deep, but they're 8 or 9 guys deep, people who come in and have a positive effect on the game.
They're 8 or 9 contributors deep.
Yeah.
I mean, not just players deep. They got 8 or 9 contributors deep. Yeah, I think everything you said is accurate. I actually like right now is a good time. I like to see people make runs at us to see how we're going to respond. Now you might as well get that out of the way right now and learn how to do that. I give Coach DeVries all the credit on calming his team down and keeping his team focused, and not losing control on the sideline, and not starting to yell at players or anything along that. I love his demeanor. He keeps his team very focused on the task at hand and not the mistakes that they're making. You know, he seems to be a very goal-oriented coach, which that's what you need to win, is you have a coach that's goal-oriented, not task-oriented.
Well, he also has a vision for what he wants.
That's goal orientation, Mike. Yeah, that's goal orientation.
But I mean, we didn't have a vision before. I mean, there is a culture with this team.
Pfizer spent a lot of money training me about how to be goal oriented.
Yeah, where you go kill people with vaccines. But Trent Sisley is the one that stands out to me. And I know you love Trent Sisley.
I love Trent. He's my man.
You're still mad that he's not wearing number 34, but number 11.
No, I'm not. No.
But the thing that I like about Sisley, for a freshman, his hands are always active defensively. Mm-hmm. He understands positioning, and his awareness is very strong for a newcomer in college basketball. Yeah. And through his first 6 games, he's averaging 9 points, 5 rebounds, and 20 minutes per game while shooting 51.1% from the field, 37.5% from 3-point range. He's a guy that has really given the Hoosiers a lot here out of a freshman. And like we said,
that he's basically a dying breed here. He's one of the few 4-year players that Indiana's going to have. They're going to pop up occasionally.
Maybe kid's pretty damn good. It may be a 2 or 3 year player by the time we're done.
No, I hope not. I hope he's smart enough just to stay in school, get his degree. He's making a lot of money.
Instead of making millions of dollars,
he's going to continue doing that if he keeps elevating his play, put some money away, and I know his been following his family on Facebook and Instagram. It seems like a great sports family. His dad is really behind. We're trying to get his dad on the show.
I've got a question, Steve. Have you been following his family or stalking his family?
Both. You know, it's fine. I hope they invite me over for some Thanksgiving dinner. I'll come down to Santa Claus.
No, you won't. You said you can't leave LA because your wife won't let you.
She won't know. She won't miss me.
Yeah, as long as you're only gone for a week or so.
She'd go to Santa Claus with me anyway. She's from Winslow, Indiana, which is just around the corner. So
I've been to Santa Claus, Indiana.
I have too, yeah. Jay Cutler's from Santa Claus.
I was in Santa Claus, Indiana, before they even called it Holiday World or whatever it is now.
Oh, yeah, Holiday World, great park. Used to have good roller coasters, I'm told. I never went to the park.
I was there before they even had the big roller coasters. I went there in like 1975.
All right, back on track.
No, I
sidebarred early. No, I think Sisley is. I told you I've been high on that kid from day one. I'll take credit for him, not his playing ability, but just the foresight to see what I think he can contribute to this program as a true freshman. Coach DeVries is going to be really able to mold him and how he wants him to be, and he'll be a DeVries player, much like Trent or Tucker is as well too. You know, Tucker's a DeVries player. So far, I'm liking the DeVries style. I mean, I think that he's what we've been looking for many, many, many years. And, you know, he's going to have some down moments, and we're going to get down on him about some things. But I think the culture he's establishing right now with his basketball team is one of hard work ethic, stay focused, stay patient, know your roles, fill your lanes, be defensive pressure. You know, I've talked down about defense a little bit, but last 2 games now I've seen it really pick up. I thought last night was by far the best defensive ever that they've made. Now let's take it up against some of the big boys now. Let's get in. We got a couple Big Ten games coming up. We got a test against Bethune-Cookman. I don't know much about them. I'm sure you scouted them.
There's not much to worry about.
Pardon?
Not much to worry about there.
Yeah, well, those are the teams that bite you in the ass right now. So every team's a team to worry about. And I say that just like I just
they're not, Steve.
Trying to keep you and I to have a level head here. And don't get ahead of ourselves here. We still got a lot of work to do if we want to play with the big boys. You know.
Yeah, and you've got Minnesota, Penn State coming up, Big Ten team.
We got Louisville and Kentucky coming up.
I think every Big Ten team is like 7-1 or 6-0 right now because they don't play anybody. So when you look at the KenPom ratings, Indiana right now sits at number 20. If you look at the Big Ten, Purdue's at 2, Michigan is at 4. We go down to Illinois at 13. We got to play Kentucky's number 14. Got to play them. Louisville's number 9. Got to play them. Michigan State's 18. Iowa's 22. I mean, the Big Ten as of right now looks like it's going to be pretty stacked, and the Ken Palm ratings will show us as a top 20 team. Now,
well, the Ken Pong and the net ratings, you're going to go over the net ratings. Just real quickly, the validity that we have on those is those are statistically analysis. What's the word there? Statistically analyzing the play of the team to rank them, not just, oh, I like Nike's new uniforms for Kentucky, or I like, I don't like the new IU coach, so therefore I'm going to. It's not an opinion. It's a statistical analysis of what the team's putting on the court. And while it's not head to head yet, it still shows consistency and where the teams are good. Now I know you go ahead and go through the net ratings because we're not ranked quite as well in the net ratings.
The net rankings, Indiana is 54th. That is 11th in the Big Ten. Actually, the thing that's weird is this: in the net rankings, they got Maryland number 1. Not number 1, but number 10 overall, the highest ranked team, and Purdue's 19. So I will still say this, Steve. I think net rankings and Kim Palm are jokes, anyways. I mean, the thing about net pong and or Kim Pong and net rankings is they don't measure heart. They don't measure intelligence on the court. All they measure is statistics. And Robert's got a good one here. Robert Stewart says no room for Taco Bell culture on this team.
Nobody's going to be there at 2:00 in the morning getting breakfast burritos.
They might be, but they'll actually pay for it.
Pay for it and go home and eat them.
Yeah.
So anyway, I think we have a lot to be thankful for as we head into Thanksgiving here with this basketball team. I haven't seen a real glitch yet anywhere. I think players are developing well. I think the established players are molding into great teamwork, good leadership. Again, I really give Tucker DeVries a lot of credit. He did not have a good shooting night. Just 2 nights in a row, he hadn't really shot the ball exceptionally.
No, he played really well. The last game was the game before that where he only scored 12. Last game, I think he scored 27.
Yeah, yeah. But I thought he made contributions to the team in another way. He showed leadership out there. Obviously, coach had enough faith in him to leave him on the floor as a leader, not necessarily as a scorer. But then you had other guys like Bailey and Sisley and who else? Connerway pick it up, and pick up the scoring. So that's what you got to see in a team that's going to compete for championships, either Big Ten or national championships. So I can't find a lot of flaw, and I'm not going to go hunting and digging anymore. I think any glaring weaknesses now, 6 games into this, are going to pop out like a sore thumb if they start happening. But right now, team's solid. Let's keep them healthy. We're going into a stretch of some good basketball here right after the holidays. And go ahead. You're ready to say something profound and intelligent.
I was. Robert says to replay the game is now on FS2. We've already seen the game, Robert. Come on. I would say this. We're going to look at Bethune-Cookman a little bit because when I look at them, Bethune-Cookman's first game this season, they lost to Auburn in overtime at Auburn, 95-90.
Barkley playing again?
Yes. And they got blown out by 40 against Miami. They beat Coastal Georgia, whatever the hell that is, by 41. But they played Dayton tough at Dayton, which is a hard place to play. They lost by 9. They beat a decent Ohio team by 3. They lost to a decent Jacksonville team by 5. They lost to Stony Brook by 7. So this is a team that's on a 4 or 5 game losing streak. But this is a team that came into the season with high hopes. The Wildcats entered the 25-26 season as the preseason number 1 in the SWAC. They've got some key transfers, which includes guard Jordan Johnson, a transfer from Southern, Arterio Morris, a former Texas Longhorn, and they also boast 2 returning all-conference starters. that they are a roster loaded with scoring potential. They kind of want to play like IU at a high pace, tough defensively, and they have a goal of scoring in the 80s every game. And I mean, the close overtime loss to Auburn, it gives you a little bit of pause. It tells you you're going to have to show up to play. And guess who the head coach is, Steve?
I wouldn't have an idea. I'm sure you.
Reggie Theus.
Reggie from CSUN fame. I moved out to California. I contacted Reggie and tried to be an assistant coach under his belt, and he was in the process of getting fired himself. I didn't know about.
Well, makes it hard to hire you then.
So
you gotta give you credit for that.
No, yeah.
Yeah, and this is the thing now. If you remember Reggie when he played, this emphasizes discipline, attention to detail, and sharing the ball. I don't think Reggie liked to share the ball when he played, if I remember right, Steve.
He averaged about 25 a game, I think, for UNLV, wasn't it?
I think it was. Wasn't he on the UNLV team that went to the 77 Final Four?
I think so. Yes, I believe he was.
I think so.
He was a pretty boy. I remember him being damn good looking. He and Rick Fox were the All-NBA Hollywood team.
This always worries me when you go off on these tangents about how handsome a man is.
Nah, it's because I'm not. I mean, I have dreams and hopes and aspirations myself.
Of what?
Being a good-looking Hollywood kind of guy.
Yeah, shit. That ship's
I
sailed,
want to
dude.
get on People Magazine's semi-sexiest man alive.
Semi-sexiest man alive?
I can never be sexiest man alive.
Yeah, Reggie Theus was a two-time NBA All-Star, and he scored 19,000 points, averaged 19 a game, and he's
played for the Pacers for a while, didn't he?
I don't think so, Steve.
I thought he did. Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't think so, Steve.
Okay.
He played for the Bulls, which is where he was drafted.
Maybe that's right.
And then he went to the Kings, the Hawks, the Magic, the Nets, and then he played for Ranger Versailles, I guess that's a foreign team, in Eris.
Yeah.
And he was the head coach at Cal State Northridge.
CSUN. I live about 2 miles from there.
And now he's been the head coach for the last 5 years at Bethune-Cookman. So the Bethune-Cookman game,
You know what CSUN does? CSUN, Cal State Northridge.
What do they do, Steve?
They produce the best looking weather girls. Almost every weather girl out here in LA, and LA's got the best bunch of weather girls you've ever seen in your life. Yeah,
you're in Cincinnati now. If you watch it, half the girls are chunky.
Oh no, not here. I'm talking supermodel status in the weather girls. They all come from CSUN.
They must all work in California then, because there's none in the Cincinnati
Most of them
area.
are from California.
Probably liberals then.
Homegrown.
Anything else you want to discuss, Steve?
No, that's it. I mean, I bully for IU. I like what I'm seeing. Anything concern you about this team right now?
Yeah, Michigan State, and Purdue.
Okay.
Because Michigan plays Gonzaga tonight in what will be one of the games of the year. I think I would highly recommend anybody to watch that because I watched Michigan. They got a 7'2" center who's dominant. They are good. Dusty May's done a hell of a job with that team.
Dusty May's a great basketball coach.
Remember when that dude, that little gay guy from Fort Myers, ran that Got Woodson thing? And when I brought up Dusty May 2 years ago, he said that kid would never be a good
leave Brian alone. He has done nothing.
I don't even remember his name. Was that
Brian
his name?
Shaw.
Oh, okay. Brian Shaw. Okay.
Wasn't it? I think it was Shaw.
I don't know. I think he led a pack of morons, but I'm not sure.
Brian, I apologize for anything.
No, you don't. You hated him too. You always said you wanted to go down and whoop his ass, but he was too far away.
I did
whoop his ass. There you go. But I would say this. Purdue, Michigan, and Michigan State all look like possible Final Four teams.
Let me throw a monkey wrench in there. After the game, I watched USC play last night.
USC pretty good too.
I'm gonna tell you what, that's a basketball team you ain't seen yet, buddy.
But also I would say this: Seton Hall got completely screwed by the officials and should have won that game.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the physicality of USC. That's a big basketball team. We got to come out here and play at Pauley against UCLA, and then take a day off and go play USC.
And I think USC might be better than UCLA this year.
Oh, UCLA got beat last night. But again, I don't count a lot of preseason as being anything I can really measure a lot off of. I looked at the physicality of US. I did not see UCLA play yet. I'm going to watch them.
Yeah, UCLA lost to Cal, I think, last night.
But that's I tell you what, that's going to end up being a significant road trip for anybody that's got to make that road trip out here, because these are no putz teams between USC and UCLA. You're coming out with a 3-hour time change. I'm getting way ahead of myself, I understand, but as we start to bleed into what we'll start here in a couple of weeks, our Big Ten show, as we bone up on the Big Ten, I watched USC and looking at UCLA. This is a strong league right now. I know there's 18 teams
this
in
could
it.
be like the SEC was last year, where the
Yeah.
SEC got 11 or 12 schools in. This
You
could be the
got
same
right
thing.
now. You're looking at 9, 10, 11, 12 schools with Indiana coming on as strong. Nobody expected Indiana to be this strong, this early, undefeated. So I
You got
think the
Ben
Big Ten,
McCollum, who's doing a hell of a job at Iowa so far too.
yeah, and you got Nebraska out there as a strong club. You just got a lot of depth in the Big Ten.
I don't think Nebraska's that strong.
They got
I think
Hoiberg, though.
Yeah, that's why they made the tournament once in 7 years. So.
Okay, all right.
Remember, they had that Japanese guy that tore us up. Yeah, remember?
I remember him. Yeah,
that's why we had to get rid of the moron, since he was a little racist. But
anyway, if you get a chance to watch, I know it's usually a later game for you guys, but if you're sitting around at 10 o'clock and nothing to do, turn on USC and UCLA and watch them play. We got to play both of them on a road trip.
Watch Gonzaga and Michigan. That's the better game.
Yeah. Definitely get a chance to watch.
That might be the two best teams in the country.
Two of the better coaches for sure, which means you're going to have good product on the court. That's for sure. And Dusty May and Mark Few, two class acts all along the way, and
yeah.
coaches.
Mark Few, you can make a case as one of the 10 greatest coaches of all time.
Yeah.
That Gonzaga program had never even been to an NCAA tournament. They made it to the NIT when John Stockton was there, but who was the guy before Few? Was it Musselman?
Yeah, Bill Musselman.
They had somebody for a year or two that got him, I think, a deep run in the tournament. And then Few took over and just took him to another level. And he's been there for almost a quarter of a century. They played in NCAA championship games a couple times.
What is a Jesuit anyway? What is a Jesuit?
What is a Jesuit?
Yeah, it's a Jesuit college.
You think that's something to do with Catholics?
I don't know. I'm not.
This is the thing. Jesuits are apostolic religious community called the Society of Jesus. Did you know that?
No,
they are grounded in love for Christ and animated by the spiritual vision of their founder, St. Ignatius of Loyola.
Okay.
It's Catholics.
All right. Well, that's good. I just didn't know what a Jesuit was. I mean, I know Dick Vitale when he coached in Detroit. It was a Jesuit university.
Yeah, Detroit Mercy. It was just Detroit at the time, but it's Detroit Mercy now.
Is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah, because actually, we
need to let people go cook turkeys.
He took Detroit to the Sweet 16.
Yeah, I know. Hey, I got recruited by Dick Vitale. Hey, baby, come on down to UD, baby. You may run Rebels. I said, Coach Vitale, you want me to come to Detroit to play? Do you realize I'm white? Are you looking at anything? I mean, got Terry. They had John Long, Terry Tyler. They had a nice pool table in their locker room. They had stereophonic thing. This was on their brochure I got from them.
John Long and Terry Tyler played for a long time in the NBA too.
Oh, they were great players.
I think they both played for him when he went to the Pistons too.
That Detroit team is what put Dick Vitale on the map.
Yeah, they made it. I think they
made it to the Final Four.
No, they made it to the Sweet 16. I can't remember if they beat Michigan to get there or they lost a really close game to Michigan in the Sweet 16. That was in 1977. But that's neither here nor there.
I got recruited by him. Dick Vitale called me on the phone, would talk to me for hours. What a great guy.
You couldn't play football there for him.
No.
They don't have a football team.
All my coaches are getting old. Coach Corso recruited me to play football at IU.
He's like 910 now, isn't he?
I know. All my guys are fading away. Yeah. I'm old, Mike. I'm old.
You still got me, Steve.
There you go. All right. People are starting not even listening to us anymore.
Did people ever? All right. I'm going to go ahead. We're going to wrap this up. Steve,
hey, wait. Can I say one thing? I want to say happy Thanksgiving to everybody that listens to us. Have fun. Be safe in your travels if you're going anywhere. The great thing about LAX airport here,
Why?
It doesn't get busy till 11 o'clock at night.
Do you want to do the show for the Bethune-Cookman wrap up on Sunday night?
Sunday night. Oh man, that's Landman. Are you kidding me? Did you watch Landman?
I've actually just watched the first 2 episodes today.
That's only the first 2 that are on. That's the best show on TV right now.
I love that show.
That's great.
Allie
Billy Bob is nailing it.
Allie Larder.
Yeah, Allie Larder. Where did she come? Actually, she was big earlier, and she kind of faded
Varsity
away. Varsity
Blues. She was the whipped cream bikini.
She hasn't lost much of it. I'll tell you that right now.
Actually, she gained a lot of it, probably by paying about $8,000.
Yeah, that's okay. I don't care. Well spent money.
Yes, it was
very well spent money.
Excellent.
She's funnier in the. Hey, hats off to the Crocodile Hunter's son. Watched Dancing with the Stars last night.
I don't watch that stuff.
You don't watch Dancing with the Stars? That's really spiritual and emotional.
I'm straight.
We could get you on that show.
Let's do it then. My plantar fasciitis, my 4 knee surgeries, my bad back, my bad neck, and I can do that.
Sure.
And Robert says, "Happy Thanksgiving, y'all." Like he's not in Florida now.
Okay.
Happy Thanksgiving, Robert.
All right, get us out of here. Wrap it up.
So, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification on YouTube. Do you want to do Monday then, Steve?
I mean, whatever you want to do, Mike. Whatever you think our listeners. I don't even want to say fans because I don't think they're fans. No, I think you just have nothing else to do, so they turn us on.
That's why we like to do it at 1 o'clock. I figure everybody's at work and they're looking for anything to do other than work.
So when's the next game after Bethune-Cookman?
Oh, let's see. Robert, do you know? That way I don't have to look it up. Let's see. After Bethune-Cookman, we got Wednesday, December the 3rd against Minnesota. So
all right, let's go Monday and do a
Monday. Yeah, we'll do a BCU preview and a Minnesota or a BCU
wrap up
and a Minnesota preview.
Minnesota preview.
All right, sounds good.
Monday
Steve.
at 10, or 1 o'clock your time.
Yes, sir. So
everybody have a happy Thanksgiving.
We'll see you guys 1 o'clock Monday, and our first Big Ten show will be next Wednesday. Steve said.
Okay, I'll be ready.
All right. Make sure, John, what the hell is that? John, WWX. Oh, okay. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to wrap it up. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, especially on YouTube. Follow us on X at Grueling Truth. But for now, for the legend, Steve Risley, I'm Mike Goodpaster from Aurora, Indiana, who kicked his ass in the Sweet 16 in 1977.